Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this. This is called keks, or in English, Bundt Cake. This is one of my favorite desserts from my childhood, and today my mom decided to make it, and I thought it would be a wonderful idea to show you how it's made. Show us the products. So we're going to use white flour, oil, 4 eggs, chocolate chip, dry cranberries, pecans or walnuts, back pulver, vanilla, cocoa powder, sugar, and that's the baking mold. The first thing that we need to do is brush the inside of the baking mold with oil so our cake doesn't stick. And after that, we're going to sprinkle it with white flour. Here, it's important to spread the white flour on the entire surface on the inside of the baking mold. The next step is to crack the 4 eggs inside the bowl where we're gonna make the cake batter. The next thing that we're going to do is add the sugar. Here you can see that my mom is using a regular coffee cup as a measuring tool, and we decided to put half a cup of sugar because we didn't want to make it too sweet. Now, if you like it sweeter, you can add more sugar. Here we need to mix the eggs with the sugar using the hand mixer until it makes a uniform mixture that resembles white foam. The next step is to add the oil. Here we're pouring half a coffee cup of oil. Next step is to mix the oil well in the egg and sugar mixture. The next step is to add some warm water to the mixture, but make sure the water is not too hot because you don't want to start cooking the cake before you put it in the oven. As you can see, we're adding half a coffee cup of warm water and mixing the batter again. The next step is to add the white flour and also the back pulver. The back pulver is very similar to baking soda, and I'm sure you can buy it on Amazon. This is what we use in Europe for baking desserts. So we're adding the whole package of back pulver plus a whole cup of white flour. Now we have to mix it really well with the mixer, and we probably will add some more flour to the batter. Here we need to add some more flour, and as you can see in the video, my mom will add just half of that cup. So we have a total of a cup and a half of white flour for the cake. The next step is to add the liquid vanilla extract. We have to give it a good mix one more time. The next step is to pour some of the batter in a cup because we're gonna make a 2-color cake, and this cup of batter is gonna get mixed with the cocoa powder. If you're doing this, I would recommend to use a bigger vessel because this cup is too small and it's very easy to make a mess, but this is what my mom used in the video. So now we are ready to start pouring the batter in the baking mold. First, we're going to start with a part of the white batter. Then we're gonna sprinkle a layer of dried cranberries. You can also use raisins, or you can use cranberries and raisins. And also, we're gonna sprinkle some of the pecans. If you don't have pecans, feel free to use walnuts. When you apply a generous layer of dried fruit and nuts, you have to put some more of the white batter on top, and then we'll repeat the process by putting some more dry fruit and nuts. Now it's time to add the cocoa flavored layer of batter. Just pour the whole thing in there. After that, we're going to make a layer of the white batter, which is going to be followed by a layer of nuts and dried fruit. And don't forget the chocolate chip, which we did in this particular cake. And now it's time to add the remaining of the white batter. Now, the cake is ready to go in the hot oven, which has been preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to bake it for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes of baking, it's time to try the cake, and this is done by sticking it with a toothpick. And if the toothpick comes out dry, that means that there is no unbaked batter inside and the cake is ready. The next step is to separate the cake from the baking mold, and as you can see, my mom is using this flat knife, but I'm sure that there are better tools than that. Probably something flat and made out of plastic, specifically designed for pastry, which I'm sure you can find on Amazon. And now it's time to flip the cake on this plate. Here you can scrape off that excess flour that was inside the baking mold that prevented the cake from sticking. Now we can sprinkle some powdered sugar on top of the cake, and the cake is ready to enjoy. Alright, the cake is ready. I can't wait to try it. Alright, I have a couple of slices here. Smells delicious. Very nice. The cake came out absolutely delicious and instantly brought me back to my childhood years when I used to play outside, and I would come back and the whole house would smell like this cake. Absolutely amazing. That was all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.